Okay, let's talk about AI in the travel and hospitality world. I mean, it's everywhere, right? The potential is just huge. We're talking about creating these incredibly smart, personalized, unforgettable experiences for guests. But here's the thing. The investment is also huge, and a lot of companies are hitting this really frustrating wall where all that money, it's just not delivering the value they expected.
So it gets you thinking, what if the tech isn't the actual problem? What if it's not the fancy algorithms or the brand new platforms that are the real roadblocks? What if the biggest thing standing in the way of AI success is something completely different?
And this quote, man, it just nails the central problem. Think about it. There's this massive, growing investment in AI, but most organizations, they're just not unlocking its full value. We're pouring all this money in, but the results just aren't coming back out. It's this huge, crazy disconnect, and honestly, it's holding the whole industry back.
All right, so let's get into the diagnosis. Why is this happening? What's the real issue here? Well, the consensus is pretty clear. It is not the technology that's failing. Nope, it's the approach. It's all about how we're trying to roll this stuff out.
And I bet some of these symptoms are going to sound familiar. You've got AI initiatives that are just stuck. They never get out of pilot mode. You've got teams that are way more skeptical than they are excited. And your frontline staff, the people who actually talk to the guests, they feel totally left behind. It's this classic top-down approach, and it's just a recipe for disaster.
And really, it all boils down to this one simple thing. We're focusing on the tools, not the people. That's it. That's the big mistake. We're all hypnotized by the shiny new tech, and we're forgetting about the human beings who are supposed to use it. We're treating this like it's just another IT project when, come on, it's a massive cultural shift for the entire company.
But check this out, because this is the idea that changes everything. The biggest wins from AI, they don't come from the most advanced, complicated algorithms. They come from empowering your people, your travel advisors, your concierge, your guest services teams. When you empower them, that's where the real magic happens.
So, okay, how do we actually fix this? It takes a major pivot, a whole new way of looking at the goal. We've got to stop seeing AI as a tech initiative and start seeing it for what it needs to be, a human-led movement. It's a simple shift in words, but it changes your entire strategy.
And here's what that looks like in practice. On one side, you have the old mindset, the tech initiative. It's top-down, it's focused on support functions, and your staff are just users. They're told what to do. But on the other side, you got the new mindset, the human-led movement. This is bottom-up. It's laser-focused on the guest experience. And your staff, they're not just users, they're creators.
Okay, so what's the actual blueprint for this? How do you build this? Because this isn't just some high-level theory. This is a practical, step-by-step, human-centric approach to building an AI-ready culture right from the ground up.
And the guiding principle is super simple, but really powerful. Lead with training and community, not with code. I love this idea of it being a guerrilla strategy. Instead of some massive, expensive, top-down software deployment, you start small. You start by building excitement and skills from within.
So this guerrilla methodology, it has 4 clear steps. First, you get your enablement strategy right. Then, you focus on training and upskilling. Then, you build communities of practice. And notice, it's only after all that groundwork is done that you get to step 4, piloting and scaling the tech. Let's break these down. So, step 1 is all about finding your internal conveners. Now, what's a convener? Basically, these are your champions. They're the people inside your organization who are respected, they're passionate, and they can act as a bridge between that big picture AI strategy and what the frontline teams actually need to do their jobs better.
All right, next up is training. And this is so critical. It can't be generic. It has to be super customized and hands-on. So for a concierge, it's not just learn AI. It's learn how to use Gen AI to find that one-of-a-kind late-night art gallery for a guest. For a travel advisor, it's learning how to write the perfect prompt to create a truly creative itinerary for a foodie couple. See the difference? It's about real skills for their real jobs.
And step 3, this is where the movement really starts to take on a life of its own. You build communities of practice.
You do things like host a monthly AI show and tell, where people can share cool things they've figured out. You build hubs where people from different departments can learn from each other. You celebrate the wins. This is how you get that organic, bottom-up growth that turns regular users into your biggest champions and innovators.
Okay, so you do all this. You put in the work. You focus on your people. What's the payoff? What's the end result? Well, it's this incredibly powerful synergy between human talent and AI capability. And it can literally transform your business. First off, you get AI that people actually use. It's adopted, not feared. That huge wall of skepticism and anxiety, it gets replaced with genuine curiosity and, even excitement. Second, you get teams that feel empowered by this new technology, not threatened by it. That whole scary conversation about, will a robot take my job? It completely changes. It becomes, wow, how can this tool make me even better at what I do?
And here's the big one for your guest. You get experiences that are truly enhanced, not just automated. The human touch doesn't disappear, it gets amplified. It's supercharged by technology, letting your team deliver a level of service that was impossible before. And at the end of the day, let's be clear, this isn't just some nice, feel-good strategy. This is a real, hard-nosed competitive edge. It's an advantage that's built on something your competitors can't just go out and buy, a culture where your people and AI work in perfect harmony.
Which really leaves us with one final, pretty big question to think about. What if the real point of all this AI isn't to replace us at all? What if it's to make us more human? To give us the tools to free ourselves from the mundane stuff, so we can be more creative, more empathetic, and build connections that are deeper and more meaningful than ever before.